Well, tonight on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, old Michael Eric Dyson. Boy. Now, Michael Eric Dyson has been exposed doing something that we would think that why would he do this, right? So a few weeks ago, Michael Eric Dyson had made some waves on CNN because he was sitting next to Republican Representative Nancy Mace. And she didn't say Kamala Harris' name right the way he feels she should say it. And he went to go back and forth with her. And I want to play that video for you so you can actually hear it. Then I want you to hear what she says about him in Congress and pay attention what she actually enters in the congressional record. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Because this Congresswoman is a wonderful human being, but when you disrespect Kamala Harris by saying you will call her whatever you want, I know you don't intend it to be that way. That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
Oh, so now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just said you weren't a racist.
That is complete.
No, you don't have to intend racism to accomplish
you are intending that
your disrespect of Kamala Harris is part and parcel of a tradition of disrespect.
It's offensive,
Congresswoman. Why can't you just?
I'm not calling you a racist. I'm telling you what the practice is racist.
You are. You absolutely are.
No, what's disgusting is your disrespect of her.
Professor,
this gentleman said, I didn't know her name. He's trying to do it.
Is her disrespect of women. She doesn't know what a woman is. An article by Newsweek saying Bill Clinton pronounces Kamala Harris' name wrong during DNC speech. Bill Clinton, along with Al Sharpton, rapper Lil Jon. Let's not forget that Joe Biden can't say her name right. Neither can Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor. And this morning on Morning Joe, Joan Baez called her a camel. So I don't want to hear it. It's fake outrage. I would like to also enter into the record a screenshot of a text message I received from the esteemed professor from Vanderbilt, Michael Eric Dyson, after my CNN interview, begged me for photos. In this text, he says, after calling me racist on CNN, shh, don't tell anybody, we look good together, and sent me a kissy emoji.
Without
then
objection.
The guy says I'm gorgeous in all these photos. I don't think he's that bent out of shape on how anyone pronounces Kamala. And if we're going to have that standard, you got to hold it to both sides, not just one or the other.
Well, Michael Eric Dyson, boy, you got put out on Front Street. Now, you sat there on CNN and you definitely said that she was doing something that was racist. You said it. But if y'all pay attention to what he says, you're a wonderful person. And then he tried to say, I'm not saying you're racist, but then backdoor and say that's what you're saying, right? Okay, fine. If you say she's racist, stand on it. But see, Michael Eric Dyson is like a lot of them, right? They'll sit up here and take issue with a so-called racist white woman, but yet you want to backdoor and creep with the same racist white woman. And they do the exact same thing with black men as well. They'll be racist to black men, and then they're midnight creeping with black men as well. I never understood that dynamic. I just never understand it. Because if I feel that you are a racist person, I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want you around me. I don't want to hang around you. I don't want nothing with you if I feel that you are a racist person, right? But how, Michael Eric Dyson, how? You get in there and jump in this woman DMs, and you're up here simping for this woman, talking about we look good together, sending kiss emojis. Really, bro? How old are you? Like really? You are 50 plus, I know that much, right? And you sitting up here doing something so stupid. I'm sorry, Michael Eric Dyson, you got this education. And what I've learned about some of these so-called educated folks, they got degrees, but they lack common sense. Common sense would have told you, well, I probably offended this woman, so I'm not going to go jump in her text messages and say anything to her because I offended her, right? It don't matter if he said this or something else that she got mad about. Why jump in her text messages saying we look good together, but don't tell nobody? Why not tell nobody? I'm glad she told somebody. I'm glad she told the whole world on you, Michael Eric Dyson. You are a phony and you are a hypocrite, but that's really how all you Boule members are. All of you are that way. You do all this performative blackness, but really secretly you want to be with Miss Ann. And you know they doing some racist things, right? Now, me personally, and what she said about Kamala Harris' name, I didn't take it as racism. I didn't take it that way. Because black folks don't call her name right. Some black folks call her Camilla, right? Some people say, I don't know about that name. That name, I'm calling her Camilla. You know how black folks are. We'll give you a name. And that's a name we give you, and that's it. We don't want to hear no talk of it. So I didn't view that as racism by her name. And then the other guy that was there, he was, oh, it's racism. Like, bro, that's real racism going on. That wasn't it to me. And for sure, I'm not going up here crashing out for Vice President Kamala Harris, who was raised to be an Indian woman. She is an Indian woman. Now, for a black woman, I have that conversation, right? She's want to be black when it's convenient, just like Trump said. She's black when it's convenient. But these Boule members, and this guy here, listen, this is the one that really just exposed him. This means there's a pattern of that behavior with him. He's done this before with a lot of white women. But he'll get up here, white supremacy, white people this and racism that, and yet you want to lay up with white supremacy too, bruh. Now, in the future, Michael Eric Dyson, since we know you like white women, and that particular white woman, you say y'all look good together. I don't know why y'all look good together, but according to you, y'all look good together, right? Maybe in the future, just bow out. Just bow out or talk about all this stuff here, especially, but this is the thing. I'm not saying what he can and cannot talk about, but my thing is this. You can't say somebody's racist and then want to go lay up with them. That's the hypocrisy of the whole thing. But that's the Boule for you. That's the Boule. The Boule will sit up here and do this because I told you the Boule is all about having a position in the system. The Boule want to continue the status quo because if the status quo go away, then their position go away. You have to understand the Boule, like Michael Eric Dyson, they love the folks. They love them. They love them. Like Michael Eric Dyson said about her, we look good together. All that blackity black talk he was doing, but yet he said that woman, well, him and her would be looking good together, right? I'm just saying, bro, you got exposed, man. Like I said, how silly are you? But let me give you some advice. Don't jump in a woman DMs doing stuff like that. And then this is the thing. You did this to a whole white woman. She was carrying out in Congress. She entered your text messages to her in the congressional record. So now that's in the congressional record of your simping. She did that to straight and publicly embarrass you. That's what she did that for. And you have to be careful of white women because they'll say harassment. They'll say all kind of things about you. And they were always going to take their word over yours. Mike Eric Dyson, you're too old not to know better. That's why I say you got a degree, but you have no common sense, brother. So to my younger brothers out there, don't be like Mike Eric Dyson. Whatever you say to somebody on a text message, always think in your mind, if it's put on the internet or Front Street, or you're going to be cool with what you said. And if you can't have what you said in the text message be out on public, then just don't say it. Just don't say it. And that's the best way. Let me tell you something. I had a guy at my petrochemical job a long time ago when he found out I was doing my commentaries. He said, can I give you a piece of advice? Maybe he said, I'm not in your industry, but can I give you a piece of advice? So I know you're doing that sort of thing on the YouTube and all that. I said, yeah. He said this to me. Don't say nothing on this microphone. Don't say nothing that you can't stand to see on the front page of the Houston Chronicle. If you don't want nothing you said on the Houston Chronicle that you feel embarrassed about, well, just don't say it on the internet. Leave it off of there. And really, that was one of the best pieces of advice in the beginning that I received, and the man that even worked, he didn't do content creating, but it's just common sense, right? It's common sense. In other words, watch what you say. To any woman, not just this one, but to any woman. Fellas, if you're going to insult a woman, whatever the insult is, you can't later jump in her DM. You can't jump in a text message talking about we're going to look good together and think that's going to go well when she felt greatly offended about what you said to her, bruh. So Michael Eric Dyson, hey, bruh, just go ahead and just don't go on CNN no more. Just go ahead on, do your teaching job. If you still have your job, because who's to say she may press your school to say you're harassing her? Because you remember, that's a white woman. She can just call your job and say, he's harassing me. Look what he sent me. I didn't ask for this. He called me a racist. Then look what he sends me. He act like he's a predator or something. And that's all the words she has to say. And Mike Eric Dyson, your job is gone, bruh. It's gone. All one phone call, your job is gone. If you got tenure, I don't know. But whatever you got is gone behind your simping and your ignorance. You should know women by now, especially that kind of woman, for sure. But I'm just shaking my head. Boy, 2024 has been an interesting year, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an interesting year. I did not think today that Michael Eric Dyson will be exposed in this manner. Boy, Cat Williams,